So, what does Jesus look like? Let's talk about it. Yes, I have seen Jesus before, and he's the most beautiful person I have ever met, and he's real, and you can actually touch him and feel him. It's incredible. So, one time I woke up and Jesus asked me, Micah, I want to go see the Avengers Infinity War. So I thought, oh, okay, I have already seen the Avengers Infinity War, several times. And so I was ready to go see it again. And the fact that Jesus wanted to come with me, why not? But of course, I wasn't actually expecting anything other than, like, oh, yeah, he's coming with me in my heart. And so that's what I expected. So I go and I get my ticket, and it's an empty theater. It's been out for a while, and I sit there with my blanket, and yes, I take a blanket, and um, I have my popcorn and my drink with me, and I have a whole row to myself. It was incredible. I was so happy, and I told the Lord, in my heart, I was like, Jesus, okay, we're here. We're watching the Avengers movie. So then this guy walks in, and he had a Spider-Man t-shirt on and blue jeans, and he had flip-flops and socks. And his Spider-Man t-shirt was tucked into his pants. And he comes in and he has a large drink and he sits right next to me. Now, I was a little bit annoyed because there was so much space, and I had this spread of my popcorn and my drink, and talk about like introvert time, going to go see a movie as an introvert. Nobody's sitting next to you. You don't have to talk to anybody. And this guy sits right next to me. He like moves my blanket and sits right next to me. And I'm like, okay, that's all right. Just be kind. And as the movie's going on, he starts talking to me about the movie. And I'm like trying to be polite, and oh, I like this scene. Oh, Spider-Man's my favorite, and I am like, oh yeah, that's cool. I said, I'm more of an X-Men fan, and everything. So the next thing he does, he reaches in to my popcorn bag, grabs some popcorn, he starts eating it. And I'm like, who is this guy? What is going on? Why is this guy doing this? I was so offended. So we finished the movie, and I tried my hardest to be polite, but I didn't want to talk. And so as the credits are rolling, this guy stands up, and he says to me, I really wish the church would start thinking more like these superheroes. They would believe in the power that's in them, just like Spider-Man does, just like Iron Man and Doctor Strange. I wish the church would believe in who they are. And that's like my kind of language. That's one reason why I like superheroes, right? Is because it makes me think of like, man, the power that's in us, given to us by the Holy Spirit. So I jump up and I'm like, I agree. I really agree with you on that. We have acted powerless. So then I extend my hand and I said, it's nice to meet you. My name is Micah. And then he shakes my hand and he says, my name is Jesus. And then he disappeared right in front of my face. Disappeared right in front of my face. I am shaking. I am panicking in a brilliant way where I'm like, what just happened? The fact that he said he was Jesus and then he disappeared. So I am, in a sense, just like in this place of ecstasy. Like I'm shaking and I'm crying, and I go to my car and I'm trying to text my family, but my thumbs aren't working, and I could just say out loud, Holy Spirit, how did Jesus get in the building? And then Holy Spirit brought to my mind, when I went up to get my popcorn, he was standing behind me. And then I went into the movie theater, and I remember listening to his voice trying to order his Dr. Pepper. He was talking to the person at the front. And then Holy Spirit said to me, Micah, Jesus does this all the time. People just don't recognize him. So how many times has Jesus walked on the earth and we haven't recognized him? And you can find this in the Bible, where he walked on the road and the disciples didn't recognize him until later. That's a real story. That happened to me. My gosh. Guys, Jesus isn't locked up in heaven. And I mean, and his favorite superhero, Spider-Man. So I don't know. This might challenge your brain. It sure challenged me for a little while, because I've seen Jesus in heaven. I've seen him on the earth before, but in his Jesus like form, I recognized him. But I didn't know it was him at all. And then I started apologizing to Holy Spirit. I started saying, Holy Spirit, I am so sorry. I was so rude to him. He took my popcorn. I should have given him the whole bag of popcorn. I was so, and, but I could feel Holy Spirit's joy in my heart. But guys, Jesus does this all the time. He walks around the harvest all the time. He walks on the earth sometimes and we don't even know it's him. And I wonder if you have had interactions with Jesus and you didn't even know it. You didn't even recognize him. So think about that for today, and we'll talk to you soon. Love ya.